Hello and welcome. Today I have a match in the Tier 7 German battleship, the Gneisenau. And I am using Ashigara's voice in this one. I'm sorry, but this is what the recording had because I do like Ashigara's voice. I know many of you don't, but I do, and I used her voiceover for quite a period of time, and well, recordings from that time have Ashigara's voice. Not much I can do about it. I guess I could just re-record it from like a replay, but I'm not sure if I have the replays, etc, etc. So, I mean, you're pretty much stuck with what it is. Although I don't use it anymore, so, you know, footage that I record right now doesn't so-called suffer from this. Although I do find some of the comments from the last time quite funny. But regardless, I don't plan on using this voice forever. It is what it is on this match. I'm using these modules and commander skills. I would like to mention that some people like using the rudder shift module instead of the damage control module. And I personally wouldn't use it because, well, you're a battleship, you will get set on fire and you will have uncontrolled fires in every single game that you play. And this is why I really like the damage control one. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed the match. It's a pretty interesting one, so at least I hope the ones that do like it, or, you know, don't mind it, will enjoy this match. So it's a match on the map Estuary, and I spawned towards the middle, or near the middle, and, well, I just sailed around in the middle to see what the enemy team is doing and what my team is doing to decide on a course of action. And I found that, well, the enemy team is spreading out, some are going east, some are going west, and my team is doing, well, kind of the same. We don't have as many ships going towards the eastern side though. So I figured that I would go towards the middle of the map, because that's where some enemies are, and seems like a nice chunk of enemies to fight at once. Tried firing at this Gneisenau, but it just didn't turn out. RNG said no. The Gneisenau is a really interesting ship. I have some insane stats with her, but I feel that that's largely down to RNG's. Like, those stats are absolutely insane that I have with her. They are literally number 1 on EU when you go under the 100 games mark. I just don't have enough matches. I don't know why. She just performed really well for me. She feels nice, she's fast, maneuverable, has decent guns, but there's only 6 of them, so you are always at the mercy of RNG. And she also isn't very, well, she isn't very armored. Her upper belt is weak. I really like fighting Gneisenau's in cruises because you can hit them really hard with AP. I don't want to go in there. One reason is that the enemy Gneisenau might have torpedoed me, or probably did. At least that would be the smart decision. And the second reason is because there are at least 3 enemies over there. Well, 4 I guess if you count that one guy that's a bit further away. So it's better if I, you know, don't kill myself quite as early. Not to mention there is a Scharnhorst to fight over here anyway. And fighting a Scharnhorst is a very good idea. They are both, well, similar ships. The main difference is just the guns, and, well, the Gneisenau has the advantage against the battleship over there, because Gneisenau has bigger guns, so they are more likely to penetrate the Scharnhorst. Also, it seems they have a DD over there. Luckily, my ship is fast enough to dodge those torpedoes. And I guess my next salvo is on the Fubiki. The one downside, or the main downside that I have with the Scharnhorst is the fact that, the Gneisenau is the fact that since you only have 6 guns, fighting DDs is a lot harder, although if you look at that 4000 AP salvo, you wouldn't feel like it, but because you had 2 less guns, you had 2 less potential over-penetrations that you could fire at an enemy. So that is quite problematic at times. Although, you know, in this match, you didn't really see it, and you won't really see it because there are only 2 DDs anyway. So we have the A cap, so there's no real reason to take it or try to go into the cap zone. So I'll sail towards the enemies because they are a Scharnhorst, York, and the Fibiki. And the Fibiki has already dropped all of her torpedoes, although one launcher full of torpedoes might have already reloaded, so I do have to keep that in mind. And I mean, the York and the Scharnhorst are both showing broadside, so it is possible for me to AP. The downside is though that I would like to get closer. I only have 4 guns at the front, and if I, turn my back guns as well, it's still only 6 guns, so fighting at range is still up to RNG, and, it might not always just work out nicely. But the nice thing is that all of these ships are very good matches against the Gneisenau, except the Fibiki, I guess. Because, a battleship is good against cruisers, and the battleship is good against battleships with low caliber guns, because your armor negates a lot of the damage the Scharnhorst can do. The Fuso is slightly different, but because she is a lower tier battleship, you hold an advantage. Especially since the Fuso has lower caliber guns, so your armor is more effective against it. I'll start heading towards the middle of the map again. Maybe I'll head towards the sea cap. I guess that would be the right decision. Or maybe not actually. It might be a bit too dangerous, since there's 4 enemies over there. Unfortunately, we have already lost 2 ships. Also, another thing that I have to keep in mind, slightly at least, is the fact that, okay, it seems one of the DDs has actually passed by the so-called blockade, I guess? I'm not certain. Maybe not, actually. Oh, never mind, that guy is pinging for the battleship that's behind. One thing I kind of need to keep in mind is the fact that they have a carrier, which means that if I go alone over there, I might, start getting picked off, even though a Gneisenau has really good anti-air for its tier and being a battleship. Now, it's still possible to strike them, especially if they are alone. And, not near islands that they can abuse to be able to dodge things. I slowed down here to keep myself slightly, out of danger. Like the Scharnhorst can't fire at me right now, at least shouldn't be able to do dangerous things. I got a nice salvo on the Fuso. Unfortunately, I can't bring all 6 guns onto the Fuso, but luckily this York is coming into a nice position. I tried to keep myself angled and move away, so that the York doesn't get within 6 kilometers of me to torpedo me, and well, the positioning means the Fuso can't shoot my broadside, nor can the Scharnhorst, so it should, make me take less damage for now. And this Kiev is coming in with a smokescreen, which is incredibly useful. Thank you very much, Kiev. This smoke was just very good. And I somehow lucked into getting the kill on the York, even though there were many gunshots that were coming in over there. But for some reason I still got the kill. It's very surprising. I have 95,000 damage in 10 minutes. And we have only 1 kill. And that was the kill I got. Quite incredible. I don't understand what our team is doing. I guess the everything is spreading out. Also, the enemy CV is donating some plane kills for some delicious free experience, I guess. I'm not actually certain if this match is with the new or old economy. I don't quite know yet, or don't know anymore. Okay, torpedoes are incoming. I guess that's the Fibiki. Yeah, it seems like the Fibiki. Oh, okay, they were fired from really far away and they didn't reach. I picked the Scharnhorst as the target since she is a lot lower HP. So, it's more likely that we will be able to kill her than the Fuso. Not to mention the Scharnhorst is slightly closer as well. We tried taking the sea cap, but it's really unfortunate. We have already lost 4 ships, they have only lost 1. And the Scharnhorst is gonna pass behind the island in a moment. That's going to be problematic. I guess my next fighting target will be that North Carolina, since, you know, everything else is behind islands now, and that North Carolina is heading towards me. The unfortunate thing is that the North Carolina has higher caliber guns that can penetrate me from the front with overmatch. I'm not quite certain if I can do the same to the North Carolina. I think I can't. I'm not quite certain though. So maybe it's not actually a good idea to go in there and fight immediately. But I don't know. We kinda need the points. It's risky, but we need the points. Sure, we have 3 of the 4 cap zones, but you know, we have lost 3 more ships, so our points are... we are quite down in points, so we need kills. Otherwise we are going to lose even if we could hold the, you know, advantage in points. We also have to keep in mind that we might lose an extra ship too at some point, so that might skew the points thing even more. Okay, so the North Carolina is showing flat broadside, so that might be the appropriate target actually. I was thinking of shooting the Scharnhorst first, but then I saw the North Cal turn. Wait, what? What am I doing? Why did I pick the... Oh, I know why. Because the torpedoes are on the collision course with the North Carolina. That's why I switched targets. Right. Okay, those torps wouldn't reach, but the carrier ones do. This is slightly dangerous, because if we had lost the ship right now, we would have already lost the game, but fortunately we didn't. So this Scharnhorst is still showing broadside, and, you know, these heels are still going, and she is still alive and all that. But hopefully that will change soon. This is really bad. We have lost 6 ships already. They have lost 2. This is unfortunate. I will try still shooting the Scharnhorst, and I'll try getting closer to the Fuso to then try to torpedo her or something. Hey, come on Scharnhorst, die already, 400 HP. I try turning my ship in a way to get my back guns faster on target. Because it might just be important. Okay, secondaries took her out. That's very good, but I'll run aground. Oh, no, never mind, maybe I won't. It's not like it really matters. The main thing it'll stop is me getting closer to the Fuso. We need the points. We absolutely need the points. Unfortunately, the Fuso is running away, which means that I cannot torpedo it. If I torpedo right now, those torps I think would not be able to reach. I'm actually firing here. I'm making a mistake. I was firing my guns at the middle of the ship. I should have aimed at the back of the ship, which has less armor. I fired the torpedoes, but I don't think they will reach. My plan here is to get closer and then try to torp from the other side, I guess. The other reason why I fired the way I did is because, well, if she does turn towards us, those torps will hit. But yeah, again, like I said, I should be aiming at the back of the ship rather than the front of the ship. Plane's incoming, but my anti-air should be strong enough to take it out, so it shouldn't be much of a problem. And I should be able to ignore it, and as you just saw, a slow ship like the Fuso literally just outran the torpedoes. Fortunately, you know, she is tier 6, I am tier 7. I have stronger armor than her caliber allows you to penetrate from the front easily. My secondaries are opening up, but I don't think I have much of a torpedo path here. Although she is showing broadside, so that might make things slightly easier to try to kill her. Because again, we need the points. We lost another ship. That's really bad. Unfortunately, I couldn't fire the second gun. She's dying though. That's very good. Okay, Fuso down. They are still ahead in points. And, well, we are capping D, but I'm not quite certain if we can take it in time, because we are gonna lose a Mogami right now. Or at least very soon. It's really unfortunate that our carrier got hunted down. Otherwise we would have had a much bigger margin and might have been more likely to win the game. Right now it's still up in the air. Because we have the cap zone advantage, but we don't have the ship's advantage. And it's not like we even really need the ship's advantage to fight. We need, you know, we need to not lose in points. Okay, the Kutuzov is turning, so I try to predict the turning path to try to AP the Kutuzov, and I will go straight towards them. Because I want to get as close as possible to try to, you know, deal as much damage as possible. Sure, I take the risk that I'm more likely to die, but we need kills. Because they are at 965 points already and they are capping A. Not to mention they have B, so we still need to, you know, make sure that they don't win too quickly. Okay, 8,000 damage to the Tirpitz. Well, it's more like 9,000, I guess. She has 19,000 HP. Come on, game. Come on. Come on. We need some kills. 3 minutes 40 seconds left. So actually at this point, you know, time also becomes important. I switched to the Kutuzov because the Tirpitz is angling and, well, I don't think I can deal all that much damage to an angling Kutuzov. 981 points. This is really, really, really bad. They capped A now, which is also bad. We need kills, like right now. The Tirpitz probably torpedoed me, but again, it's not important. We need kills. Okay, torpedoes incoming. I'm turning. It's unfortunate. And that was an overpin. Never mind. I guess we just lost the game. If I could have killed the Kutuzov, you know, the game would have been prolonged. I don't know how long though, but, you know, it would have been prolonged. But RNGesus said no this time. It's understandable though, because, you know, I got 158,000 damage. The loss wasn't on me. The loss was, you know, on the rest of the team. So I did my part. 158,000 damage in the RNG now is very good. 15 planes shot down on top of that, so I did everything I could. 1,754 base XP with number 2 being at 918. Yeah, I would say the Kiev also actually did her part. You know, that smoke screen was really useful for me. But honestly, it's pretty much the second half of our team that was the problem. The enemy team actually played well, like they have 4 ships over 1700 base XP. And I would say that based on this base XP, this is the old, or the new economy. 10,000 damage with HE from secondaries. 10,000 damage and 147,000 with AP. From the goddamn RNG now, half my shells hit 50% hit rate with an RNG now. And I had a potential damage taken of 2.7 million. So I did a lot of tanking, I took a lot of damage, I did a lot of damage, I capped the bases, I even spotted for things. But unfortunately it wasn't enough. Sometimes you just can't win. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I would like to now thank the Patreons on Patreon for helping this channel, you know, grow and keep going. Thank you very much for your continued support, Martin Wolf, and I hope I see you guys next time.